This is the lucky country. With fresh water and fertile land, it's the heart of the food bowl.
I'm Charles Woolley. This is Greater Shepparton, and great things happen here.
Pactum Dairy Group, a $60 million facility exporting milk products to China and Southeast Asia. Pental Soaps, the products you'll find in your home, are made here. Rubicon, a world leader in automated irrigation systems. Unilever, a $182 billion company with over 400 brands. These great companies and great brands are all here.
Greater Shepparton is open for business.
Engineering innovation, transport logistics, professional services and a growing retail sector. They even train nurses and doctors here. An enviable lifestyle, education opportunities and affordable housing make Greater Shepparton a wise investment.
This is a great place to build a business. So get online and get your business moving.
Greater Shepparton, great things happen here.
Aussie Gutter Protection. Are leaves, debris, blocking your gutters? The do-it-yourself attempt wasn't a success? Pests and birds nesting in your roof? Just relax. Help is on its way.
Aussie Gutter Protection started way back in 2000. It's a family-run business and it's an industry recognised leader, growing every day with more and more homes being protected.
Blocked gutters can cause flooding inside the house, and that can be expensive. Drains can get blocked, and that can be expensive too. Just one small ember from a distant bushfire can be disastrous. Pests or nesting birds can bring disease inside the home. Do it yourself? No. Too many people die or are seriously injured falling from ladders. It's a big problem.
This particular homeowner has gone down the DIY path. As you can see, little or no success. After a short period of time, the gutters are all blocked up. Again, some of it's blown away and missing. Not to mention the danger of actually installing it yourself, height, things like that, falling off a roof. Not a good situation. It's not only leaves that can block up your gutters, pine needles as well. With this house so close to pine trees, you can see the result.
Aussie Gutter Protection's installers are trained to deliver a professional and secure finish to your home or building. Experienced people and great service.
A very good afternoon to you from Shepparton Park Bowls Club. You're watching the 2017 Steller Vic Open. It's finals day. It's day 7 of what's been the biggest ever Victorian Open. 3,000 competitors over 7 days, 7 disciplines of bowls. We've had 3 finals down. And now we've got 2 finals on adjoining rinks here. It's the men's pairs and women's pairs. And we're going to focus on our feature game, which is the men's pairs final, and this is going to be some game. 4 players, all under the age of 21, 4 of the brightest young talents in the country, about to do battle. We have Todd Trewarn and Michael Sims taking on Jaden Christie and Bye-Norris. We caught a little bit of Jaden Christie and Bye-Norris's match last night as we broadcast that, and that was quite sensational. And on the adjoining rink, the women's pairs final, and this is going to be, you're going to hear a lot of cheering in this one. We will be bringing you scores of this. We'll be focusing on the men's. That will be our feature game. The women's pairs final, Marg Carroll and Faye Richardson from Ocean Grove, taking on the locals, Marg Smythe and Bev Carl of Shepparton Park, on a surface they will know very, very well. They've been the big surprise packets of this tournament, and we will be keeping you up to date with scores throughout that match. We hope you're enjoying our live stream coverage wherever you are of the 2017 Steller Vic Open. It's brought to you by Aussie Gutter Protection. We thank them for their sponsorship. And they can help sponsor your club too. So contact them to learn more about sponsorship of your club. If you're in Victoria, call 1300 88 5525 or go to aussiegutterprotection.com.au to find out more. And it's a pleasure to welcome into commentary my co-commentator, the voice of bowls in the Goulburn Valley, co-host along with Brian Nesbitt of the Bowl Show on 1FM 98.5 every Saturday morning. Very good afternoon to Daniel Nichols.
Good afternoon, Guy. Good afternoon to all the viewers out there, whether you're watching on your iPhone, iPad, on your desktop or even your TV. Another cracking pairs match we're going to see here today. Last night we watched Bye-Norris get himself out of some trouble on the second last end. He was 5 down and trailed it for 3 to win the match, pretty much. And he's in the final now up against Michael Sims and Todd Trewarn.
It was an absolute thriller, that semi-final last night. It was a superb performance by... and it came down to that bowl. It came down to Bye-Norris on the penultimate end. He turned a terrible situation. It was basically an 8-shot turnaround.
Yep.
And they ran out winners 16-9 over the boys from MCC, Scott Majon and Ben Winther in the semi-final. For Jaden Christie, plays for Helensvale. He's a former very talented Victorian junior. He played all his junior bowls here. He's a Werribee member, played there in Pennant. Moved up to the Gold Coast where he's now at the powerhouse club Helensvale. Playing with Bye-Norris, part of the all-conquering Northern Gateway men's team, which has dominated region sides competition in recent years. Plays for the Essendon Bowls Club. Taylor Bowls Premier Division pennant winner in 2015-16 with Essendon. And a very bright young talent. They're taking on a couple of pretty good talents themselves in Todd Trewarn, who has grown up in Victoria, played a lot of his bowls for Moonee Valley. Has now moved to the ACT, where he bowls for Western Creek. And he teams up with Michael Sims, one of the best bowlers in Tasmania. And while Tasmania, he plays his pennant bowls at the Melbourne Bowling Club, the current Taylor Bowls Melbourne Metro Premier Division champions. All 4 of these players are under 21. So you're about to see some 4 rising stars of the sport, if they aren't already there. So Daniel, Michael Sims, we saw him win the mixed pairs last year with Sharon Steele.
Yep.
And he was terrific there. He's just a wonderful bowler. He's one of the best around. We've already had one Tasmanian cleaning up here today in Lee Schreiner. He's got 2 titles under his belt. Can Tassie make it a 3rd?
Yeah, it's probably safe to say he's the 2nd best bowler in Tasmania. because Lee's definitely dominating. But yeah, it was good to see him last year in the mixed pairs. That was a really good win by him, and now he's in the final again in the men's pairs this year. He's always pretty deep in the events, though, isn't he?
He is, yeah, he is. Look, he's a very good pennant bowler as well. And I'll tell you where he's great as well. He was fantastic for Melbourne when they won the Bowls Victoria Revived Champion of State pennant for Saturday up at Moama in May. Michael was terrific. He just led like a champ. Skipped like a champion up there, and they won that fairly comfortably in the end. But a lot of it was down to the quality of players like Michael Sims. It was a really dominant performance. It was a two-ended dominant season for Melbourne. And in Todd Trewarn, Todd's been one of the best young bowlers in Victoria for a long time, but has moved up to the ACT now, and he's at the Western Creek Club. Very bright talent. His younger sister Lisa is also one of the state's brightest talents. Plays her bowls at Sunbury. Just tracking their progress through the tournament, Trewarn and Sims. And they've had some interesting matches to get here in their first knockout match. Had a single shot win, 17-16 over Philip Thorne and Michael Humphreys, and we all know that Philip Thorne's one of the best bowlers in the state. Knocked them out in the round of 16, 12-9 winners over Dane McKinnon and Matthew Flapper. That's some scalp for Trewarn and Sims. In the quarterfinals, 16-5 winners over probably the surprise packets of the tournament so far. John Phillips and Russell Hubbard of Thursday Island making the quarterfinals of the men's pairs. And in the semis last night, pretty comfortable 15-8 winners over Henker Pelgrim and David Wells. Just watching the boys go through their roll-ups here. In the over to Jaden Christie and Bye-Norris, their march through the tournament. They've had a 15-5 win over Darren Morris and Gary Dillon. 13-6 over Michael Tull and John Cassidy from Williamstown. In the round of 16, 14-8 winners over Chris Ward and James Scullen of Traralgon. In the quarterfinals, 21-5 winners over Mark Nico and Jason Silvereye. And the semi-final last night, and we hope you saw it, and if you didn't, when this finishes, go back and catch that because it was a beauty. They defeated MCC's Scott Majon and Ben Winther 16-9. What we'll also do while they're going through the roll-ups, Daniel, and you can probably give us a bit of insight into this, we'll take a bit of a look at the women's pairs as well. We'll be bringing you up to date with scores from this on the adjoining rink. Marg Smythe and Bev Cale from Shepparton Park.
Yeah, we'll try and give you updates there every few ends.
We'll try and give you some updates there. Just tracking their progress through the tournament, they've done a fantastic job, and you'll see by their semi-final result how well they've done. Knockout won, 14-12 winners over Kathy Maskery and Gail Page. Good solid pennant players from Melbourne. Second knockout, 20-6 win over Karen Barton and Carol Protopappas. In the round of 16, 15-12 winners over Isabel Davidson and Edna Anderson from Warwick Nabil Golf. Edna Anderson, former over 60s state champion a couple of years back. 14-10 win over Sandra Popple and Carmen Spiteri of Layla. In the semi-finals, I'd say this would be close to the shock of the tournament. 14-12 winners over Dawn Heyman and Lisa Phillips in the semi.
That's an achievement itself.
It's a big achievement, isn't it?
I know Margaret did come up to me prior to the match, about half an hour prior, and she said, "Daniel, I'm so nervous being on the show rink." And I said, "Well, you're on rink 2." And she goes, "Oh, thank you." She's like, "I'm just so nervous."
Well, we will certainly be giving you updates of that, and just tracking Marge Carroll and Faye Richardson's trek through the tournament. 18-6 win over Debbie Sherry and Margaret Gumbleton of Edith Vale. Round of 16 win over Judy Davison and Robin Thomason. Then in the quarterfinals, knocked out the state women's pairs champions, Kerry Leask and Mary Trigard 16-6 in the semi-final, beating Karina Van Weel and Faye Clark 15-6. So we'll keep you up to date with the women's pairs final going on the adjoining rink. We're underway in the men's pairs semi-final between Jaden Christie and Bye-Norris, and Todd Trewarn and Michael Sims.
Yesterday's semi-final, Jaden Christie, I reckon the first 3 or 4 ends he was right on it. Well, first 3 ends he probably had them all within a couple of feet. He did die off a little bit later on in the pairs, but he's got 2 on it there. So he might be duplicating that again today. Getting off to a good start. But Jay was great last night, wasn't he?
That shot that he played to convert a hopeless situation into a winning one was something else. And it was an interesting mix of shot selection from him, but the shots that counted, he got them right, didn't he?
That's right.
He's been in really good nick this tournament. Jay, he's been in really, really good nick. He went very deep. Great win over Nick McIntyre in the men's singles. Really.
It's a good touch here.
He's looking good here, isn't he?
Very good.
This is the sort of nick he's been in right throughout. That's a cracker.
Now, I was speaking to a local here, Jared Tinnin, prior to this match as well. And Jared said that Bye-Norris knocked him off. Might have been in the triples in this tournament. And he said whenever he had 1 or 2 foot to draw the shot, he did it. He hardly ever drove.
Yeah,
he was just drawing so well.
Yeah, Jared's a fair bowler too. So, you know, Bye-Norris is really a very promising talent. It threatens to be a bit of a breakout tournament for him here. But as I said, the shot that he played last night, that's all time. That's a highlight reel special. He's getting after this one.
Yep. He's going to make it 4. Yep.
Wow.
It's made it a little bit harder. I think Sim's going to have to change over his hands now. Michael's going to have to play probably the backhand. Looks like Bye-Norris is holding 1. So Todd's bowls second. It's actually quite hard to tell from this angle, but that camera angle there, it looked like Todd's bowl shot.
It's hard to tell, isn't it? It's one or the other here.
From the naked eye that we're sitting on, it looks like it's Bye-Norris's, but from the camera, looks like Todd's. That. He's got 2 shots. He's got 2 shots to play. He can go out into unknown territory on the backhand and sit it out, or he can stay on his forehand. He's got plenty to bump up or play narrow and push it through as well.
Giving you a good look there. What do you think of that? So, yeah. Let's take a look at that. Gee, it's really hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah. So, backhand. It's trying to take out the purple shot. It needs to turn. No, not quite.
One thing we know about Bye-Norris is that he does play with a lot of weight. And this is something he's used to advantage throughout the tournament.
I definitely don't disagree with that shot. Like if he got both of those bowls out, he was holding 4 shots. With Michael with 1 bowl to play. So Sims picks the jack up here, could have a handful. See what kind of weight he plays. Looks like it's nice draw weight. It's looking pretty nice. Definite shot there, and makes it 1.
It's a lovely shot. So just the 1. Todd Trewarn and Michael Sims off the mark there. 1 to the good, first end down. Now you're going to hear a lot of oohing and ahhing in this, and it may not necessarily be about the game that we're showing you, because just about all of Shepparton Park is gathered to watch their local heroes, Bev Carlin, Marg Smythe, go round. And we can tell you that after 1 end, the local heroes are to zip up in the women's pairs final in the adjoining rink. We'll be keeping you up to date with score throughout that match. Right here, Todd Drawn and Michael Sims, 1 to the good with 1 end down in the men's pairs final at the 2017 Steller Vic Open.
Drawn's got nice line here. Very good weight as well. That's a ripper of a start. Right on it. That's what you want.
Perfect start. Todd's dad, Shane, I saw him a little earlier and he admitted he was extremely nervous about this. Both mum and dad are here.
Todd was nervous, or their parents?
And the parents.
Parents, yeah. Yeah, well, Todd looks very composed.
And Todd looks composed. No, his dad, Shane, very nervous. I spoke to him a little earlier, just before the match.
Similar to his first. Yeah, 2 good bowls, 1 on and 1 just behind. That's what you want. Oh,
it's a terrific start from Todd there. Right on. Certainly in their case, he's been somewhat nervous. They're very friendly with Michaela Long. Both the girls, Lisa and Michaela, very friendly. And obviously, we're watching the mixed pairs final ahead of this.
yeah, great effort there by Jaden. He had the right idea, sitting on the back bowl. Could have rolled in and get the shot. He's got the right idea. It's 4 good, handy bowls from the leaders. Let's see if Todd can add another one. He's found that line already.
He's on the move.
Just going to get a thick edge.
Should point out too that while Todd is actually now based in Canberra at the ACT, he's been coming down and playing some games for Sunbury in Division 1. So playing alongside Dad and sister Lisa in the same team, which is amazing. In a pen and outfit a couple of weeks ago, which had 10 of the 16 players related, including the Trewans. It's extraordinary.
Now, Bye-Norris has definitely got the tee sorted out there. I wouldn't be at all surprised if Bye-Norris actually plays weight onto those purple ones and spits it out, kills it, and then gets respotted on the tee.
Just a reminder, we respot the jack on the tee here at the Vic Open. It's one of the rules of competition here, so for those watching elsewhere, maybe you're watching the Vic Open for the first time, we will respot the jack on the tee.
Smart bowl here by Michael. This is what needs to be done.
Yeah, go around the back.
He needs to get on the tee though. If that's the closest, that's a very good bowl. Because Bye-Norris will be winding this up.
He is winding this up.
Straight down
Here
the guts. Oh, it's opened it up though. And he's only 1 down.
Yeah. So result.
It's quite good now. He's opened that up to sit the bowl, pick up a multiple. Now if Sims can get about 2 feet to the right of the jack, get in a good spot. Oh, we just need a little bit more. Need about another metre. So if Bye-Norris goes back and sits the bowl, even a little trail wouldn't hurt. He's stalking it. Needs to keep running. This is a great bowl.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, he's carrying over his form from last night, isn't he, Daniel?
Yes. And if that jack moved another 3 or 4 inches, we would have had 2. But a great bowl. He backed himself. He was confident with that even before he stood on the mat.
Like a sitting at Parliament here with Todd Trawan and Michael Sims.
Yeah, he's
filibustering, as you may call it, having a nice long chat.
Right. Sims playing forehand. He's playing that couple of metres over. Don't know if it's going to turn for him, but he's got his own onto it. He's pushed that out.
And has, yes.
That's a measure now, I reckon.
Yeah. Great shot.
So it's unsure as to whether or not Sims is up or down here. I reckon Bye-Norris's bowl's probably got the shot. Will it come in from there? See the signals? They got a better view than us. One to Jay.
Yep, so 1 to Bye-Norris and Jaden Christie. So we're all level. 1 apiece. And Daniel, you got an update from the other side there, from the women's pairs final going on there?
Yeah, it's all level over there as well. 2 apiece. That's 2-2 on 2.
That's Marg Smythe and Bev Carl of Shepparton Park. It's taking on Marge Carroll and Faye Richardson of Ocean Grove. And we'll keep you across that score as that match continues. Our featured match, the men's pairs final. Between 4 of the best young bowlers around anywhere. One now based in the ACT, one from Tassie, one in Queensland, and one here in Victoria. All points of the compass in Australia. These 4 young men, all great bowlers.
This is a good bowl here. Jaden's playing this rink side hand very good.
He was absolutely on it early last night in his semi-final, wasn't he?
Let's see. Not quite enough weight, I don't think. It's good effort.
No. So Todd's the one holding shot here.
Yep. A little bit behind, that's good. Once you've got one on, you can afford to be a few foot through. Yeah. Jaden's bolt looks a little bit narrow from that angle. He's staying on that hand, Todd. Yeah, he's got 2 handy bowls out there to the side. So if Jay can get this jack and trail it before Michael does, at least Jay will be 1 up and wouldn't be 4 down, because if Michael gets it, it's going to be all kinds of strife. This is a good bowl. Very well done.
Oh.
Let's stop that trail. Good bowl. Simsy's going the same hand as his leader. It's just ducked under. Not quite enough weight. And it looks like Jay's going in that same direction just to sort of break up that pair of bowls that Todd's put down. Didn't quite get enough turn. Hasn't really changed the head either. So if Michael gets this bowl out, he'll be holding 3. Big drive. Got him.
Oh, yes.
He took one of his own out as well, but I reckon he's still holding 2 shots.
Yep. It definitely looks like 2 shots there.
That's a good bowl.
Took Jay Bye-Norris's bowl out, and
yeah, good shot selection. So an open draw now.
there's some cheering on the other green there. I think 1 to the good for the Shepparton Park ladies in the women's pairs final. I think they've taken a 3-2 lead, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, correct. It's 3-2. Smythe and Carl.
Not far away here. Oh, yep, he's done the job.
Oh,
He's right in front of it again. Be interesting to see if Michael takes that one out now. It's got to see whether it's worth it. Whether it's, if he's got 2 seconds, it probably is worth it. It might not be worth it. It's only one shot.
yeah. It's a question: does he go rinse and repeat what he did last time, or just load up a whole lot of new washing?
Early days. See by the way he lines up on the mat. Here we go. Needs to turn. No. Well, 1 down's not much damage.
Yep. So Christie and Bye-Norris. 2-1. With 3 ends down of 15. Play 15 ends here. In case you missed it, we've had 3 finals so far today. The men's triples. Dylan Falluke, Brad Marin and Lee Schreiner are the 2017 Steller Vic Open champions. The women's triples, Carol Fair, Jolene Bianchetto and Daphne Rohrbach from St John's Park won the women's triples. And the mixed pairs, an absolute corker of a match. Gail Edwards and Lee Schreiner winning by a single shot over Michaela Long and Curtis Hanley in a gripping game of bowls. And here, Jaden Christie, Jay Bye-Norris. Leading 2-1, 4 ends in.
Yeah, if you didn't see that mixed pairs final, I would highly recommend it. 15 all on the last end, and that second last end by Lee Schreiner was unbelievable.
Yeah. And proved the difference, didn't it, Daniel?
Yep.
That was the key.
Yep, it was 4 down with 2 ends to play, and yep. Bit unlike Todd there, a few short. This one needs to get around and get on it or be at least a little bit through. Can't afford to have 6 bowls short. Oh, it's going to snag on it. That's not bad though. Jack high. A few little options now for the skip up. It's heating up a little bit in here now, Guy.
Yeah, it is. It's a certainly a warmish day again in Shepparton. We had great weather this week. It's been absolutely phenomenal weather. Aside from a couple of hour period in which we had some thunderstorms, hail, and a variety of interesting weather on the Saturday, we've had 30-degree days pretty much every day since. It's been played in fine weather. It's always great to come to Shepparton and the Goulburn Valley to play this event. We get great support from the Greater Shepparton City Council, and we thank them for that. Great supporters of our event. We couldn't do it without them.
Yeah, great bowl.
That
Sims
is
has done well there.
Beauty from Michael Sims. Looks like he's up for it today.
Yep. So Norris has got jack high bowls here to play off, and he's got a bowl to bump up. Just needs to turn for him. Close. Oh, it's probably made it a bit harder now though.
Yeah.
It's funny when you're commentating a very aggressive skipper that when he puts a bowl down like that and you see the head, you try and get inside his mind. And I just saw a shot there that I thought if Bye-Norris hits this bowl onto this bowl onto this bowl, he's going to get a result. And you don't usually think like that, but when you're commentating a skipper that plays aggressive like that, you sometimes need to think like him.
Yeah, you do. There's an element of lateral thinking involved there, definitely. And he certainly has. He's chased it this tournament.
Michael's going to make it hard for him again. Oh, had the right idea, trying to tuck it away and get 3 shots, but so he's got 2 options here. I think he can either play weight onto his own Jaden's bowls and push their bowls out, or he's just going to have to play the same shot forehand. See how he shapes up. If he shapes up backhand, he's going to be playing weight onto both of Jaden's bowls. And if he gets it right, he does. Oh,
well played. Yes.
didn't see it that way, but it definitely was the right shot. I think he got the right idea.
So he's got shot now?
Yep.
He's holding shot. Michael Sims will no doubt be part of the Tasmanian team that treks up here to play Victoria in a test match December 6th to 8th at Deer Park under the roof there. Fantastic new venue. Getting a bit of practice under the roof right here today.
Bye-Norris gets one there.
He does, and they've opened up a little lead. Jaden Christie from Helensvale, Bye-Norris from Essendon. 3-1 leaders over Todd Trewarn from Western Creek / Sunbury, and Michael Sims from the Melbourne Bowling Club.
To the locals, Shepparton Park, Ocean Grove, it's 3-all on 4 ends. Yep, Jaden's right on this. Yep, good bowl.
Good start there from Jaden Christie. It's a pleasure to welcome into our commentary. Man who's played more than 200 games for Victoria, an Australian singles champion, and in his spare time, Chief Executive of Bowls Victoria, Graham Bridge.
Spare time? What's that? Look, 4 ends played, 4 singles scored. There's a real arm wrestle here. Trewarm with plenty of room there on that backhand if he can get around it. He's gone up high. They certainly come home here on this bank side.
His grass wasn't bad, really.
Much better there than up the front. Oh, yeah, 2 good bowls.
Yep. Bridgie, you were sort of part of the commentary team for this one yesterday. We were talking about Bye-Norris's miracle shot there to change things around.
Yeah, the end that got him into the final was the end when he was 4, possibly 5 down, and he turned it into a 3-shot positive for himself. That was the shot of this pair's competition. It sealed his passage into this final. But mind you, there was a couple of times there in that game when he played a little unorthodox, chanced his arm, got some results, but that end in particular, that's the one he can talk about for a long time, because that was as good a bowl as you'll ever see. 5 down and a sort of a 14-inch, 15-inch trail of the jack for 3 shots, and he left his opponents wide, their mouths wide open, thinking, how did he do that?
He was definitely calling it 5 too. He wasn't calling it 4 and a bit.
It was a classic conversion shot when you're in a really desperate situation.
Graham, I wouldn't be surprised if Michael plays a little bit of weight here. Feel that he's got 2 catches out the back there, but
probably the right weight. Just a little bit inside of the green, different bowls, different blokes, the way they deliver. That one sort of didn't turn much at the finish. Probably finished a good couple of metres through. Yep.
Yeah, he needs the cover.
Jaden doesn't like that position there if that jack gets trailed, so he's pretty wisely getting...
Yeah, his skipper's thinking differently.
I think Jay wants to take the shot off him.
Wants to maybe trail it
Yeah,
himself.
he's confident to try and draw that and get it, either get it and move it just a fraction, or get in the way to make it harder for Simsy. He's a bit high with this.
If it turns around.
He's got 2 more bowls. He can afford to be right up to this. There's nothing,
Can't go
nothing
any
ventured,
worse.
nothing gained here.
Let's see. I think he's in the right area. Michael Sims.
Oh no!
That's made it even harder.
Wow. Well, that wasn't, the gods weren't kind to him there, because he played the perfect bowl there and got in that gap. Probably need a little bit more contact on the split. The jack's not finished in a kind spot for him at all. He can't see it. Probably only got a backhand draw to try and retrieve the end.
Yeah, he definitely didn't play that shot very wrong at all. He was right on line. Just didn't get the result.
Just didn't have the man on his shoulder there. It was a great try, but you don't get anything for tries.
Not unless you're playing rugby league.
Yep.
4 points for a try, and then you get a chance to get 2 more if you can kick it through the posts.
Look at this. This is great.
That's a great shot.
It's well up. Nearly in the count. What's he do here, Graham? Backhand, bumping up his zone, or just a draw?
I think it's really the only shot he's got. If he plays the forehand, he's only promoting the shot closer. He's got a chance there. That's Jaden's bowl up on its running edge. You can tap it in. Todd's bowl up on its running edge.
And
he's put it out to the draw.
He's still got plenty of room to draw, really. They come in from there. They definitely come in from there.
Tell you what, here's a great shot.
Keep on running.
He softened the blow. He'd be only one down now, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Yep, just the one.
Yep.
So they edge a little further clear. Jaden Christie and Bye-Norris. Pick up a shot, 4-1. 5 ends down into the 6th. On the in the women's pairs final on the opposite rink there, Bev Carl has taken a 4-3 lead. You probably heard some cheering during that end. That's what it was all about. The locals up by a shot. You're with the 2017 Steller Vic Open, Bowls Victoria's live stream, and we're thrilled to have Steller as a premier partner of Bowls in Victoria. Steller, a leading medium density property developer, building great properties. You can find out more at Steller, that's STELLER.com.au. And our live stream brought to you by Aussie Gutter Protection. Keeping leaves and debris out of your gutters. Contact Aussie to find out more. 1300 885525 or at the website aussiegutterprotection.com.au, and we thank them for sponsoring our live stream coverage.
If either one of these teams can get their lead to jump on, it's going to make it very, very interesting.
Corrected his weight.
Just overreaching that a bit, Daniel.
Third bowl's usually the better bowl. Let's see if he's corrected. Don't think he has. Hasn't quite nailed any of them.
One front toucher here makes all those 3 bowls virtually ineffective.
Any movement of the jacket definitely does, but I don't think he's got enough. It's taken a bit wide for that. Dropped a little bit off, but...
Taken a bit off. He might have cut out the front too, maybe.
Jay's taking the open draw. That's probably the best one. Do the same as his last. Needs to get around it. Doesn't want to guts it.
Sims must reach with this bowl. Give himself a chance to draw the shot. Touch the jack. Gosh.
He's not happy with that.
No. Just at the point of release there, his head came up, which probably didn't give him the full extension on his bowl. Just dropped that frustrating couple of feet short. Bye-Norris and Jaden Christie summing up the lay here. I think they hold a good couple.
Yeah, he just needs to draw another one. Chuck him out, let him come in. Just needs to get inside that purple bowl of Todd's.
I reckon this is a very good area for Jay Byes to
Keep on running.
getting in.
Needs to fall.
Beautiful weight. It's good enough if he'd been to the inside of it, I reckon, to get another shot. Sims not messing around. Straight onto the mat, and I think he's done the same thing again.
Dropped it short.
Dropped short.
Bit disappointing.
Measure for two here, you reckon?
Yeah,
Daniel?
it's definitely a measure for two. So measuring.
That's well in that one. I reckon that's the absolute. Yep.
Yeah, that one's
That's
well in as well.
Two.
It's an easy
Two
two.
now. So we've got a bit of a mini break happening here. Jaden Christie and Bye-Norris out to a 6-1 lead over Todd Trawarn and Michael Sims. About to kick off the 7th end. They're getting a bit of breathing space now, aren't they?
Yeah, and the Shepparton Park duo. They're up 6-3 now.
6 ends down there. They're into the 7th as well. They're a bit of ahead of us here. In our featured game, the men's pairs final, but women's pairs there's a lot of people. We have some great volunteers who work here at Shepparton Park Bowls Club, some tremendous people. And they've worked hard, long and hard for the past 7 days. And I reckon every single one of them just taking a moment to go and enjoy this. Go and enjoy their locals on the big stage at the event that they help put on. And why not?
Yeah, the volunteers definitely don't get enough recognition, I don't think, Guy. I know that the Shepparton Park Bowls Club have got 5 teams here tomorrow for pennant, and they've got a lot of work to do after the Vic Open. Get it all prepared.
So the thing, pack down happens tonight, straight after this event, and tomorrow morning. The aim for everyone to start pennant in the afternoon.
Yeah, no one's quite dobbed them on so far, Graham, the
No,
leaders.
It's maybe they're feeling the tension a little bit, tightening up, holding the bowl a little bit too much pressure in the grip. That's a better bowl. Probably the only one out of the 4 played so far which you consider being in the area to score. Don't mind so much the bowls that finish behind the jack. A bowl like this is a good bowl. It's just those nasty ones up the front which make it a lot harder. If somebody gets a bowl right on the front of the jack, it makes it a lot more difficult to try and turn it over. Those bowls can provide a bit of a funnel But it's a little bit hit and miss then. Yeah. We said before, if somebody gets a hold of this rink as a lead and dobs a couple on, it just makes it so much harder. There's probably a bit of anticipation with this game with both Jay and Michael to be able to play those big turnaround shots and turn heads over. But really, they're only finding themselves on the draw, trying to actually draw a close bowl.
Yep. Notice Jay's first bowl on his draw's always been within a couple of feet.
Yeah. He's got
had
good weight.
Yeah.
Very good weight.
He's got the feel.
The side that you can either get a bowl to turn or it might just hang a bit. That's probably the harder side of the green he's playing, the inside of the green. Michael playing that drawing side, which is the ditch side.
No one's cut the head yet.
This one has. You put the mockers on him, but
good grass.
His weight is excellent. Nearly drawn that in the back door. I think Michael Sims is desperate to get a shot here. He's got to get this end. It could get away from them here if he doesn't turn this around. Is he still persevering on that backhand?
No, he's going forehand. He's going to play under.
Right.
Oh, over. Don't know what's down there, but I think he was just trying to sit Jay's bowl. He had the right weight for it. Just didn't come in for him.
Well, we know Jay's using the aero bowl here. Are these an Optima or something like that, are they? The aero bowl that he's got. He's definitely playing a very kind line down that inside of the green. That last bowl didn't turn a lot across the head, Daniel. It
No.
sort of held its line well to the end.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a little bit narrower than what it finished.
Here's a chance to apply some real pressure here to Michael Sims with a very close bowl. He's just the man to do it. He's stalking this one. He likes it.
Yep.
And no reason why he wouldn't. I reckon that's a quartet they're holding there.
Well, really don't know how close Todd Trawan's bowl is though. Whether it's if it falls over, it's probably going to be shot.
I reckon Michael Sims would be drying the sweat off between his fingers here. He's got a big job to do here. Reduce this count. Okay.
I reckon he's 2 down.
He stayed down well on that one.
Come in and guts that bowl. It's not gonna.
Well, he just got the outside of it. That helped.
Shep Park, while they're measuring here, Bev Kale, Margaret Smythe, 6 up now, 9-3 after 7 ends.
That will absolutely send the roof off this place if Bev Carl and Mark Smythe get up. 9-3, 7 ends. Down here, they're about to start there.
I think they've called for the umpire here in this men's pairs match.
Yes. Too close to call here.
They've already taken one bowl out, so this is probably a measure for second shot, I'd say. The men's singles semi-final being conducted over in the other playing area. You've got Matt Flapper in front, 9-5. Trying to derail Lee Schreiner's attempt to win 3 events here at this year's Steller Vic Open.
We should point out that semi-final is being played on an outside rink here. And basically it's had to be put there because of Schreiner's unbelievably busy schedule in this tournament. I don't think, have we ever had a semi-final played on the final day?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
in history of the event there has been.
Okay. Yeah. Normally it is finals day.
And it's
today
always
is,
usually been around the fact that Lee's gone so deep into all the events that it's caused a... And any player that goes deep into the events, you can't schedule them out of the event by putting too high a demand on them, but he certainly makes life difficult for the organisers.
I'll try and give you some idea of what's happening on that outside rink. Right here though, it's like Bunnings, tools everywhere.
Good solid measure this. It's 2 bowls that have had to be propped up. The Trewarn bowl there is really on the lean. If it had have fallen in, as Daniel Nichols said, it would have been a close call for shot, but it just wouldn't fall. Looks like it's past the point of no return. It's going back to the one he originally measured now, which will confirm his thoughts of whether he gets a solid touch on the jack and the end of the trammel. Using the calipers.
Taryn Pease has got a bit of a lean like that. Goodness me.
Wow. Okay,
This
so
is-
it's only one, I think.
Increase their lead.
Yep, so just the one. I think we're calling it just the one here. And Jaden Christie from Club Helensvale on the Gold Coast, and Bye-Norris from the Essendon Bowls Club in Victoria. They've got a 7-1 lead as we enter the 8th end of 15. On the adjoining rink here, Marg Smythe and Bev Carl in the women's pairs final. They're leading Marg Carroll and Faye Richardson of Ocean Grove 9-3. And try and give you a bit more news on the Flapper Schreiner game when we get it.
That's what we want to see.
Leading by 6 on the card. That's a fantastic first bowl by Jaden Christie. That really puts Todd Trewarn and Michael Sims under the hammer a bit. Trewarn must respond here.
It's looking pacey.
Yeah. He's trying to trail or sit there where he should be trying to just draw to the shot bowl, touch the jack, finish jack high, finish level with the shot bowl, build the area. At least he's finished behind though. He's not in his own way for his next, so
Oh, nearly doubled up on this.
gee.
It looks better, but not coming in. Handy.
If that Trewarn bowl falls, it'll touch the Christie bowl and it'll probably put the Christie bowl right in front of the jack. Here's a very good response
It's in a good spot too.
in the catching pen. Christie's taken a fantastic line with his 3 bowls there. He's kept on the same track with each one.
Now it's drawn, push the bowl out.
I think Trewarn's very close here.
He's nipped the jack.
Oh, God.
Yep. His second and third bowl, very handy.
Trewarn's Dreamline XG then just ripped a little bit underneath that jack. Looked good in travel. I think Jay Bye-Norris likes his backhand. I think he goes to that when he's got a player shot.
Yep. And
Absolute confidence in his ability to draw this on his backhand. Tucked it in a little closer. Sims must reach this. Just wonder whether it's a wise thing out on the forehand though.
Well, he's played a bomb here.
He's close.
Yep.
He's got it. Great shot.
What a bowl.
Made two.
Now, Jay's eyes have lit up.
Take a quick look at that because I don't expect it to stay there long.
They'll be winding up.
It's gone quick.
Oof.
Yep.
Out we go.
They've got plenty of room to draw on the tee.
Probably the only thing here in favour of Trewarn and Sims is that Sims has got 2 goes at this. And Jay's only got the one with his last bowl.
Oh. He's got another attempt, hasn't he?
That dropped a piston about the halfway mark, didn't it? It didn't sort of look like it was going to reach.
Time to get 3 shots here. Oh.
Jay's lost his weight there too. And Michael Sims should take his time here. If I was Todd Trewarn, I'd have my foot out at Jack High to give him an indication of how much room he's got on that backhand side. Just to draw to his foot, give him the shot, and give him a chance to get control of the length back. He's playing the forehand. Wow.
Yeah, I thought that backhand's much wider and open. And
in effect, he's only got to draw to that white line on the other side there, Daniel, on the backhand side, but he's chosen to play the drawing side. He's okay to there.
yeah, he's got it.
He's still
Gee,
running.
it's running, isn't it?
He hasn't done it. He definitely